Good morning. This is Jason Dean coming live at you again for another Film Fanatic show. It is Monday, back to school. It's last week of November 2023. Thanksgiving is a thing of the past. It was a really great little weekend. It went nice and slow, and it was nice having some time off to just chill out. Mostly did stuff with family. I saw some music and had my brother up, and so it was cool. Ate a lot of food, so it's nice to return to kind of eating normal portions again. But it was great. It was a great time. So, and this week is back to school again and back to normal, and then Christmas will be here in another month or so, and then for Christmas I'll have a big break, so that'll be nice. So hope everyone's doing good. I've been uploading a lot of videos lately. I've been setting them up lately. I've been setting most of the videos I've been doing. I've been doing them as premieres, just to kind of change things up. And I don't know. It's easy for me to do, and I've just been kind of a little bit in this late. I've been a little bit in this lazy mood around it, and I love doing it. But I was like, well, I'm just gonna do that for a while, and so it's easy, I think, to get to oversaturate people with certain things, and so maybe almost the thing of, like, we could say, overstaying your welcome. But I like to do these videos anyway, so I like that I can just kind of set them up as premieres and then just put them in the future, because again, there's so many movies that I am seeing and getting, and then so many movies that I've been wanting to get to and eventually do shows on. So doing it this way is a little bit easier for me in some ways. But there'll be other shows of where I'll do the big posts where I'll be talking about the movies, or I should say, along with the video reviews for this YouTube channel, I'll be doing the regular posts, with the more review oriented kinds of things. So that will be happening again. Um, but got to see a bunch of really cool movies. Lately, I've been in this funky place of really digging back into the Mission Impossible franchise. I just kind of rediscovered that franchise over vacation. I've always loved those movies. Well, love might be a strong word, but I've always liked those movies. And I don't know, for various reasons, I never really got bit by the bug by those films as far as action movies go. But the last month or so, or I should say the last few weeks, and then especially on Thanksgiving, I watched a few of the Mission Impossible movies, and now I'm totally into it. I think it's one of the best action franchises around, if not the best. They're just awesome, and I love that each of those films are, they act as standalone films. You don't need to. I mean, it helps, I guess, to a degree, but you don't really need to see them in order or in sequence. I've been watching them. I've watched about three of them. I've bought a couple of them. One I haven't watched yet. I bought Mission Impossible 2 on DVD, which I haven't watched yet, but I've seen it. And then I also bought Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. That one is fantastic. I have that on Blu-ray. And then I just watched the latest one that just came out. So, and then also Fallout. And I've been just really digging those movies, and I'm like, these movies are awesome. So I'm gonna continue watching them, and I'm gonna be on the lookout for finding them on Blu-ray, because they're pretty amazing. So I went to Goodwill yesterday down in Rockland. I really like the Goodwill in Rockland. I've bought some movies. I've gotten some good movies at, and some good albums at the Goodwill in Belfast over the years and stuff, and the last year. But I've really I think I've struck gold with buying all kinds of just awesome movies at the Goodwill in Rockland. They have an awesome Blu-ray selection. It's not, I don't know, I think it's dwindling down a little bit, but then again, I hadn't been in there in a while, probably a month or two, and so they had a shit ton of Blu-rays in there. It was really cool. They had a whole stack of them, but they some of the movies were okay and like kind of mediocre, but there were a few movies that I bought that I was really excited about. And I did buy DVDs. I bought like 3 or 4 DVDs. You know, and again, it's like I don't need to buy DVDs. I shouldn't. Realistically, I shouldn't be buying DVDs just because some of these movies I'm going to eventually buy on Blu-ray. But the thing that gets me is like if they're good editions, like special editions, or they look like really good copies of those movies and they're DVD and they're cheap, I'll buy them. I don't really care. The one thing that's cool is I've bought a few movies that I have never seen on DVD, and then also movies that I was like curious about seeing them again. And so I just bought them because it's like the only other way I would see them again was this it would be if I rented them at Outpress Video, and it would cost the same. But the difference is if I do just buy them because they're so cheap, if they are good and I do enjoy them again, then I have them in my collection. And DVD is still, I think DVD is obviously a real viable way to watch a lot of these films. The quality for a lot of DVDs is very good. So Blu-ray though is, oh God, it's just so amazing. So one movie I've been wanting to get, and I've talked a lot about having, superhero or Marvel movie fatigue. I'm a huge comic book fan. I'm a huge comic book fan of the Marvel movies, but I have not seen any new ones in a while. I don't know. I've been super burnt out. The movies I do own and movies that I have seen, I still love them just as much. But eventually, I'll see some of these other ones. But I've been really disappointed with it. But one movie I've been wanting to get for actually a while, and I've only seen once, and I was super excited that they had this at Goodwill in Rockland, and that is the first Black Panther movie. This came out in 2018, and this is a unused. This was sealed too. It was unused on Blu-ray, and I got it for like $4. And this movie is so awesome. I watched this last night, and it was cool. It was kind of I saw it when. Yeah, no, it came out in 2018, and I saw it in the theater. I remember seeing it in the theater. I really liked the movie when I first saw it, and so it's been a few years since I've seen it. I've never seen it on Blu-ray, and then I watched it again last night, and it's awesome. I think it's one of the best in the entire MCU universe by far. I love the character of the Black Panther. I love the technology around the whole universe. Wakanda is amazing. The whole creation of this beautiful city, and the technology, all the advanced technology, I really love. The fight sequences are incredible. It's beautifully shot, and the music is really awesome. I think it's got one of the best film score / soundtracks out there. It's really great. It's real. Kendrick Lamar, they used a lot of his songs, and I believe he did write some music for the actual movie of Black Panther, but he contributed a lot. They used a lot of his tunes, but it's really great. It's real, hip hop driven, rap driven, and it's just great. The transfer of this movie on Blu-ray is like so awesome. It's immaculate. The quality is just so awesome. I was just blown away by it. The sound, it's just gorgeous. It's one of the best high quality movie watching experiences I've had in a while. It's yeah, I mean you just can't beat Blu-ray. Another movie I just bought, which I like, and I figured if I came across it, I'm not like a massive fan of it. I like Black Panther better as a movie, but I still think it's good. There's some things about it that are amazing, especially visually. but I just bought Avatar on Blu-ray. It was super cheap, and it has a 2D and a 3D version. I can't play 3Ds because I don't have the right setup. I don't have it. I guess you need a 3D player, which makes sense. But I can watch in 2D, and I started watching that last night. So I'm going to do a show on that, and it was pretty ridiculous. It's pretty insane. But as a whole, I think this is a great movie. I think it's a really great film. I think it's got a lot of drama. It's got a lot of great character study based storylines. It's really good, and I think, it's he's such a great character, and I feel like it's got this real modern urban feel to it. I love that, it's you know it's such a cool Afrocentric character. We don't get enough. There's not a lot of African American superheroes. You know, uh, you know, Blade is one that I can think of that is, obviously one of the most iconic. So it's so great to see another superhero as Black Panther. When I was a kid, um, when I got into comic books, I was aware of Black Panther, but not really. I never really taken a deep dive into him as a character. I was always aware of him on the side. Um, but I was really, really into the Avengers. But and he plays he in the films he plays a real integral role in the films. I always thought the introduction for him in the Marvel universe in Civil War, in Captain America: Civil War, was just incredible. That's where they kind of introduce him. But such a great movie, such an awesome. The action sequences are great, and again, I think that the thing that I love the most about this film is just uh, the technology that they use from Wakanda, and the how advanced it is, and just it's just really cool. I love the sci-fi element to this movie and the storyline. It's very very cool. The ships and the advanced weaponry and the martial arts is just incredible. The fight sequences are just awesome. Chadwick Chadwick Boseman, who unfortunately he I don't know, it was a crazy thing, but he passed away a few years ago. He had some form of cancer. Um, but he's such an amazing actor, and also in this film. I've seen him in a couple other films, and he's a really great actor. It's really sad to hear about what happened. Michael B. Jordan is also in this, who is great. The cast in this movie is awesome. Lupita Nyong'o is fabulous. Latina Wright, Danny Guerra, Winston Duke, Daniel Kalula, who was in Get Out. Just great. Just a great. Forrest Whitaker is in this film. Um, Angela Bassett. It's such a great cast. And I love that it's very modern. It's got this urban feel. It's great because it's a Afrocentric. It's a just a fabulous character, but it's great that it's about an African American, so it brings in a lot of the ancient kind of African mythology, which is predates everything. So it's really interesting how they incorporate that, the advanced technology. Um, it's just really 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 awesome, and I'm looking forward to watching it again. I think I definitely think, like I said, I think it's one of the best movies in the MCU franchise or universe. I think this movie does a really good job, kind of acting as like its own thing. It's like a standalone film. Very very cool. You could go into this movie not knowing anything about who Black Panther is, and it's a really great introduction to his character. Very interesting, and it deals with a lot of different things. And I love, honor, faith, class, everything. And it's a really killer movie. So I highly recommend it, and especially this Blu-ray version is is just is so badass. It's just so awesome. So thanks again. This is Jason Dean, and we will see you next time. Peace.